Listen. Close your eyes for a second and feel it. The hum of the world around you, the steady pulse of your breath, the faint tick of time slipping through your fingers. It's not loud, but it's there. A quiet rhythm that's been playing beneath your life for as long as you can remember. That sound, it's not just a clock, it's a question, a challenge. Every beat asks, are you going to keep coasting, or are you finally going to step into the ring? Because here's the truth, not a soft whisper, but a cold, clear shout. Most people don't stumble because life's rigged, or because they're missing some secret code. They falter because they've built a fortress out of their own excuses, brick by fragile brick, and they've gotten too comfortable hiding inside it. You know the words. They roll off your tongue like a reflex. I don't have time. I'm too tired. It's not the right moment. Someone else had it easier. They feel good in the moment, don't they? Like a warm blanket on a cold night. But here's the hard part. The piece you've been dodging. Those aren't explanations. They're weights. They're anchors chaining you to a version of yourself that's smaller, softer, less alive than you were meant to be. You're not failing because the world's against you. You're stalling because you've been letting yourself off the hook, day after day, until someday became your anthem. Picture it. Your life. Right now. Not the polished version you show the world, but the raw, unfiltered one. The mornings you meant to get up early but didn't. The projects you swore you'd start but shelved. The quiet promises you made to yourself in the dark. Better health, bolder moves, bigger dreams that somehow turned into dust. That's not fate. That's not bad luck. That's you, choosing comfort over courage, one excuse at a time. And the worst part? Deep down, you feel it. That restless ache, that gnawing tug in your gut. It's not guilt, it's potential. It's the real you, the one who's tired of waiting, pounding on the walls of this cage you've built, begging you to break it down. But here's the flip side, the spark in all this mess. You're not stuck. Not yet. The hard truth isn't a dead end. It's a doorway. Your weaknesses aren't a prison sentence. They're raw material. You've got everything you need to turn this around. Not luck, not handouts, but grit, choice, and a fire that's been smoldering longer than you realize. Excuses are the only thing standing between you and the life you keep imagining when the room's quiet and the doubts are loud. And the best part? You can beat them. Not with fairy tale hopes or empty pep talks, but with deliberate, relentless action and a mind that learns to bend steel instead of breaking. This isn't about overnight miracles. It's about waking up, stepping up, and building something real, one hard-won inch at a time. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to start. And I'm going to show you how, step by step, with a plan that's tough but doable. A roadmap from where you are to where you're meant to be. This is your reckoning, not with the world, but with yourself. Let's tear down the excuses and forge something unbreakable. Step 1. Look hard. Own the mess. You can't fight what you won't see. So we start here, at ground zero, facing the truth. Grab a mirror. Doesn't have to be literal, just a moment of honesty, and look yourself square in the eye. Ask the question that's been lurking. What's the excuse I keep leaning on? I'm too busy? I don't know where to start. I'll get to it later. Don't dodge it. Don't soften the edges. Let it land. Write them down, every single one. Make a list. It might be 3 lines, it might be 30. Doesn't matter. The point is to get them out of your head and onto the page where you can see them for what they are. Flimsy little shields you've been hiding behind. Now take it a step further. For the next 7 days, track your time like it's a detective case, and you're the lead investigator. Use a notebook, an app, a scrap of paper, whatever sticks. Log everything. That hour you spent working, write it down. The 15 minutes you scrolled through TikTok, log it. The nap that turned into 3 hours, put it in there. Be ruthless about it, not to shame yourself, but to see. At the end of the week, spread it out in front of you. Add it up. Where did your 168 hours go? You'll spot the leaks, the chunks of time that evaporated into nothing, the habits that stole more than they gave. It might sting. You might feel a twist in your stomach when you see how much slipped away. That's okay. That's good. That twist isn't failure. It's clarity. It's the first crack in the wall. You're not hiding anymore. You're awake. Step 2. Cut the fat. Forge the foundation. You've got your inventory. You've seen the mess. Now it's time to clean it up. Not gently, but decisively. Ruthless self-discipline isn't about turning into a machine. It's about choosing what matters and sticking to it, like your life depends on it. Pick one habit from that list. The biggest time thief. The laziest crutch. Maybe it's your phone pinging you into oblivion every 5 minutes. Maybe it's hitting snooze until the day's half gone. Maybe it's just one more episode that turns into a season. Whatever it is, don't ease off it. Cut it out. Full stop. Delete the app. Move your alarm clock to the kitchen. Cancel the streaming subscription for a month. Make it hard to cheat. Then, replace it. Don't leave a vacuum. Fill it with something that moves you forward. If you ditch the phone at night, pick up a book for 20 minutes. If you kill the snooze button, lace up your shoes and walk around the block. Keep it simple but firm. The rule is, no excuses, no breaks. Commit to it for 30 days. That's your proving ground. If you slip, say you cave and reinstall the app, don't wallow. Reset the clock and start over. This isn't about punishment. It's about building. You're laying the first stone of a foundation that can hold a skyscraper. Think of it like a blacksmith forging steel. You don't get a blade by tapping the metal. You hammer it, heat it, shape it. That's you right now. Every day you stick to this, you're pounding out the dents of your old self. Step 3. Rewire the fight. Master your mind. Your head's a noisy place. Always has been. That voice that pipes up when the alarm blares or the deadline looms. I can't. This sucks. Why bother? It's loud, persistent, and sneaky as hell. But here's the deal. It's not the boss of you. Not anymore. This step is about taking control, turning your mind from a critic into a coach. Call it psychological strategy, not warfare. Less blood, more chess. Every time life throws a punch, a missed goal, a harsh word, a rainy day that kills your run, don't let that voice take over. Pause, breathe, then flip the script. Tell yourself, this isn't a roadblock. It's a chance to prove what I've got. Write it down if it helps. Keep a scrap of paper in your pocket. Say it out loud when you're alone. Start small. 5 minutes a day. Sit somewhere quiet and picture yourself facing something tough. A late night at work, a hard conversation, a mile you don't want to run. See that voice kicking up dust? See yourself stepping over it, calm and steady. Over time, you'll train your brain to spot the opportunity in the obstacle. You're not dodging punches, you're learning to hit back. Step 4. Check the score. Sharpen the edge. You don't improve by guessing. You improve by knowing. Every week, carve out 20 minutes, Sunday night works, and review your game. Pull out your time log, your habit streak, your wins and slips. Be straight with yourself. Where did you stick to the plan? Maybe you crushed that no phone rule 5 days straight. Where did you bend? Maybe you snoozed twice. Don't judge, just dissect. If you won, nod to yourself, then raise the stakes. Add 10 minutes to your reading, one more push-up. If you faltered, ask why. Late night? Bad planning? Fix it. Tweak the system. Keep a running tally of the excuses you've kicked. I'm too tired. Gone. I'll do it tomorrow. Buried. It's not a trophy case. It's a progress report. You're not aiming for flawless. You're aiming for forward. Think of it like tuning a car. Check the engine, tighten the bolts, keep it running smooth. Step 5. Lean into the stretch. Grow through the tension. Here's a truth that hums under everything. Growth lives where comfort ends. That flutter you feel when you think about asking for a raise, starting that blog, or running that extra mile. It's not a warning, it's a signal. This step is about leaning into it. Every day, pick one thing that makes you pause. Doesn't need to be epic. Emailing someone you respect, signing up for a class, saying no when you'd usually cave. Do it. No overthinking, no rehearsals, just go. First time, your pulse might spike. 5th time, you'll feel the shift. Make it a ritual, your daily stretch. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting when you'd normally stay quiet. Maybe it's tackling a chore you've dodged for weeks. The tension's the point. It's where you expand. Think of it like stretching a muscle. It pulls, it resists, then it grows. Step 6. Stack the wins. Build the momentum. Wins aren't just endpoints. They're fuel. Every time you follow through, every logged hour, every crushed excuse, every stretched limit, mark it. Not with fireworks, but with a quiet tally. Stack them. 1 day becomes 3. 3 becomes 10. 10 becomes a month. Don't just chase the big prize. Chase the rhythm. Celebrate the grind. The 5 a.m. wake-ups. The pages read. The moments you chose discipline over drift. Each one's a link in a chain, pulling you forward. Picture it like rolling a snowball downhill. Start small, a single push. Then it builds, gathers speed, gets unstoppable. That's you. Step 7. Look back to leap forward. See the distance. Every 30 days, stop. Look back. Pull out your notes, your logs, your tally. Compare today to day 1. See the ground you've covered. Not to brag, but to fuel up. You're not the same person who started. That old you, the one who shrugged and said, maybe later, they're a shadow now. Ask, what's next? What excuse haven't I tackled? Set a new mark. Raise the bar. You've got the tools. Use them. This isn't a finish line. It's a springboard. Step 8. Share the load. Lift others. You're climbing now. You've got traction. Don't hoard it. Share it. Tell someone what you're doing. Not to boast, but to connect. Maybe it's a friend who's stuck, a coworker who's drifting. Say, I'm trying this. It's working. Want in? Teach them one step, tracking time, cutting a habit. Lift them as you rise. It's not charity, it's reinforcement. Helping others locks in your own gains. That rhythm's still there, ticking steady. It's not counting you out, it's counting you in. Every beat's a shot to choose, drift or drive. The world won't hand you the keys, but it'll turn its head when you build something worth seeing. You're not here to float through a half-lived life, clutching someday like a lifeline. You're here to carve your mark, to forge a legacy out of the excuses you've left behind. So what's it going to be? Another day of I'll try, or the first day of I am? The clock's ticking. Your story's waiting. Start writing it. And now, a word to the crew that keeps this fire burning. To my returning GrimFace warriors, those of you who've been in the trenches with me, facing the hard truths, swinging the hammer of discipline, and staring down the doubts week after week, thank you. You're the heartbeat of this thing. Every time you show up, every time you push through the muck and keep climbing, you prove what this is all about. Not just surviving, but thriving. You've taken the hits, shed the excuses, and built something real. I see you. I honor you. You're the steel in the spine of the GrimFace movement, and I'm damn proud to stand with you. And to the new faces out there, the ones who stumbled across this today, maybe feeling that tug in your chest, that whisper that says there's more to you than what you've settled for, welcome. This is your invitation. The GrimFace movement isn't a fan club. It's a call to arms. It's for the ones who are tired of coasting, ready to ditch the crutches, and step into the fight for their own lives. You don't need to be perfect to join, just willing. Willing to look at the mess, pick up the tools, and start building. We're not here to coddle you. We're here to challenge you, to cheer you on as you turn your some days into right nows. Hit that subscribe button, join the ranks, and let's get to work together. The warriors are waiting. You're one of us now, if you choose to be. This is the GrimFace way. Face the truth, own the grind, claim the win. Let's keep moving. See you in the next one.